Welcome to the Debt to Financial Freedom podcast.
So I guess a couple more questions before we finalize, we finalize the chat. I wanted to ask a little bit around mindset. Do you help your clients to improve their mindset, like say from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, from scarcity sort of thought patterns and beliefs to abundance? Is that something you guys work on?
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about that all the time. Even our clients who have, 8, I'm just like going through my head, 8 figures in net worth. I almost said 10 figures. No, 8 figures. So like $10 million or more, they can still have, we have some, and they're like, yeah, we're cutting our coupons and we're going. It's like, you don't need to do that. Yeah, like that's not necessary at all. But if you want to do that, okay. Sometimes we'll say, your assignment is to go buy a car, or, hey, we want you to go spend this amount on travel or fun things every year. And so it really is encouraging them and kind of giving them a goal number to spend. And many times they don't hit the number because we try and make it a lot higher than we think they're going to actually hit, just because even if they get halfway there, they're doing more for themselves and more things that they enjoy than they probably have been in the past. It was so fun. One day, we had a client and 6-figure travel goal. It was already 6 figures. We put it there, and they're like, "We're not getting there." Like, okay, well, where are you gonna go? Like, you got to go someplace else. We always tell them, that we live vicariously through our clients sometimes, and so we'll say, wherever you go, send us pictures. And we'll say, we haven't gotten pictures recently. I think you need to go somewhere again. And so we encourage them to do them. And one day I finally got an email and it said, hey, we're really enjoying the trip. It's been a lot of fun. We want to double our travel goal. I'm like, absolutely. You got it. I will increase that number for you all year long. And that's one of the things we do is we will often double their travel goals because they don't want to spend money on that. Or not necessarily they don't want to, but they don't feel like they can. But they so can. They've hit a point where they've done all the quote-unquote good things for so many years that they can spend more on those things and have those experiences. And so we highly encourage them to go ahead and do that. But it really is it's a process. And they'll talk about it and they're like, man, I would have never done that. Whether it's spending more, whether it's, hey, you're doing really well, you're making a solid income, but we just got to work on some fundamentals and kind of get some structures in place. The amount of people that I've seen come to us who don't even have a basic emergency fund in place, and they feel like they're strapped for cash or nervous or all these things because if something happens, what are they going to do? It's like, yeah, we just got to work on some fundamentals, but they've never really been taught it's okay to do those things. And having those conversations and just encouraging them is incredibly fun to me. And it's really fun to say, hey, let's look at your net worth. We will often say, let's look at your historical net worth. So this is what it was when we started working together. This is what it is now. Here are the changes that you've made. And, it's either staying the same, which is what we really want for a lot of our clients at a certain point, or we want it to go down, or hey, we had somebody who came back and said, I spent more money than I ever have this year. And we're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, like that to us does not bother us when they say that. It's, okay, did you have more fun than you ever had? Well, yeah, I think I did. Or somebody, they never had flown first class before. They went and did their first class flight, and it was an older individual, and they're like, I want to do that all the time now. Like, I feel so much better. Just small changes like that they never would have worked and spent money on in the past that just make them feel better. And whether it's they enjoy it, they think it's fun, or physically, I'm a pretty tall person. I can tell you that I'm at the point in my life where I've just said I can't sit in an economy seat. I don't know if you've been in an economy seat, at least in the United States. My hips, my hips are at the back of that seat. My knees are in the other seat. I'm just too long for that. So it's really those things like, hey, you don't need to sit through that if you don't want to. You're at a point where you don't have to do that. And just such small changes that make big differences.